I'm going through the backlog for my workout sessions over the last month or so, and I'm coming to the point where I was starting to figure out a new training template that I could be using throughout this glute rehab process. And I was aware that I couldn't do as much in terms of lower body work because I wanted to prioritize rehab while still being able to commute to work, cycling to work. So I knew that the work that I could have done for the lower body was very limited and probably only consisting of isolation stuff. So I decided to take into consideration going for an upper-lower split while I'm doing rehab exercises on the daily. And because my volume for the lower body is going to be limited, I still want to be able to do something across the week. So at least getting a couple of sessions where I'm prioritizing lower body isolation. And therefore, that means that I can get some more in for the upper body. So I thought that I could do a 5-day split where I'm doing upper and lower, then a rest day of sorts where I'm doing other stuff, and then lower and upper. So in the middle day, I could do something for the upper body, and it could be a bit of an easier day when it comes to big compound movements. So I thought that I might as well just add a bit of extra volume for the lower body. So this is what this session was. It was basically the inception of the idea. And over the next days and weeks, I did come up with a training program that is going to take care of this period up until I am completely rehabbed, and my glute will allow me again to do stuff more explosively and get some bigger and heavier compound movements for the lower body. In the process, this is what I came up with. This is the first one. So I was doing something for the elbow, mainly biceps and triceps. My cousin's bodybuilder would call them, and something for the shoulders as well. So this was going to take care of most of the musculature that surrounds both the shoulders and the elbows. And I was also thinking about wrists, because I have been experiencing sometimes on and off discomfort while I'm doing handstands. My right wrist, I broke it a couple of times when I was a kid, so it probably never really fully healed properly. And back then, I didn't really know exactly what rehabbing from an injury really meant, and I need to be careful mainly on the volume when I'm doing the handstands. I have thought that when I'm putting them in, I would be doing them probably a couple of times a week. During these weeks, I was doing them a bit more often. I was trying to find out what was the recoverable volume that I was allowed, basically, and I was trying to get some wrist work in there also to try and prolong that, make my resilience a bit higher, training those little muscles around the wrists. I was probably doing those a bit heavy, not in this session here, but in the next sessions. I believe that I was kind of jumping up in weight, and I was feeling that. So there was a bit of a trial and error when it comes to the wrist work. It was mainly just wrist curls and reverse wrist curls. The ones that I'm performing while sitting on the bench with my shoulders with my arms slightly out to the side of the body are also a good isometric exercise for the shoulder, which was kind of pairing well with the Lou raises. So in the end, this was a bit of an experimental session where I was doing a bit of work for the upper body, but mainly isolation for the arms, and it felt okay, and I actually started implementing it more. So the program is taking shape. Ciao.